All right, good morning, everybody. Let's see if I've got anybody today. I'm finally home. Oh, you haven't started on here yet. Hold on. Let's see if I've got anybody today. Am I live? It's okay. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just having a morning. Oh, there's Sandy. Oh, Sandy, hey, good morning.
This camera is so huge. Like I have to stand back so far or I'm like this.
Okay. That was how I was when I got the camera that I'm using now, but I don't know. I guess I just got used to it, or I push it back further than my other camera. I don't know. Also, it's just us. So if anybody watches this stream, there's like a very awkward moment at the beginning where I'm like, is anybody here? I don't think anybody's here.
We used to do this, with 0 people here for like a long time. And then we got used to having
we got
friends.
Spoiled. So I told Natalia if she was here today, that I would talk. She was asking me about this Hourglass app that I use, and I was telling her about it. And then I was like, if you're on today, I'll just show it to you. But now I can't find the damn thing. I can't figure out where I downloaded it from. I thought I got it from the Microsoft store, whatever the store is that was living at the bottom of my screen until I removed it. I'm assuming that was the Microsoft store, though. I don't think I've got Google Play on here. No, I don't. I don't know where the fuck I got this from.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. There's probably some way to track that. I have no idea how to do it.
Is it still on your computer?
Yeah, it's the one that I use. Like the app that we use for the timer.
So it should be in like your programs, right? Like, where if you like wanted to delete a program?
Yeah, but that doesn't tell me where I got it from, does it?
Well, no, but it would tell you, like, it might give you the exact name, which you could then like Google.
Oh, I thought about that. Oh, there's Natalia right there. Natalia, funny story. I actually can't figure out where I got this program from. So I'm going to take Sandy's suggestion right now and
put Natalia on the screen first because I can't see her.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. She's here. She's here in spirit.
So I don't know if I'm going to talk to you about this program or not, because if I find it, or if I can't figure out how I got it, there's no point in me telling you about it for yourself. Oh God, no, I don't even know what you are. I just opened some random program. I don't even know. Asus ZenLink. What the hell is that? So anyways, good morning. Let's see. Let me just try this real quick. Hopefully, I feel like that's just going to straight up uninstall it. I should not do that. A Zen Sprint, yes. You know what it is? I'm trying not to minimize my timer, so I can actually get to my search bar, but there we are. Uninstall, how to remove programs, perfect. Let's see. It is loading. We're just going to be a second behind probably while I see if I can figure this out. Let's see, get that back to where I want it to be. Anyways, it was really nice sleeping in my bed last night. I mean, it's literally just called Hourglass. I see the package. I don't think that even counts either. Show information, no. Person who made it definitely's got a crazy name. I'm gonna say it's probably Polish. There are a whole lot more consonants and vowels in it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I got this damn thing from. If I find it though, I will absolutely send you the link for it because I really do love this program. I just, again, I thought that I got it from the Microsoft Store or from Google Play, and it doesn't exist on either of those. And I don't know why I would have looked anywhere else for something as simple as a timer. But here we are. And here we are. It is 6 after. We're gonna do a sprint. And we're gonna just move on with our day. So, and yeah, so it looks like we have a couple other people viewing today, unless that's just me and Sandy. I am technically viewing right now. Let me close. I don't need to have that open anymore. Okay, so we are going to write not for 10 minutes. We're going to write for 15 minutes. We're going to do a few 15s today, see where that gets us. So we'll see you guys at, I can't do math at this hour, 21 after the hour. Okay. There we go. I'll be smart enough for these buttons eventually. I got about 400 on that.
Oh, good. I'm revising, and I got through the majority of Us Seen. It's hard to track revising.
Oh yeah.
So I'm also going through and like formatting my my like Mortal Inheritance 2 book, which you would think would be easy because, you know, like I've already done this for another book, so it should be simple. It's never simple.
I feel like you have to do like 20 books before it becomes simple. I say that as of book 9.
Yeah, I think that is actually right. It's in these particular books, of course, like I couldn't have done it easy. I have to have like all these bells and whistles, right? Like my like angel books and such, I don't have like freaking icons at the top of the chapters. I'm not like worried about exactly how many. I mean, maybe I have to worry about if there's 4 paragraph marks or like 3 between like the chapter and the start, but like those kinds of things. It's that sort of thing. This is all like, did I do drop caps here or did I do drop caps because I changed it? Like in some cases I did, some cases I didn't. Or like, you know, what's the rule for if it's poetry? How did I like space that out? And of course I had to put something like that in there because I'm dumb sometimes.
For the one that I just did for Hazel, I ended up having to actually grab one of my hard copies of the other books because I was like, I can't even figure out what I did looking at the file. Like, I don't
even know.
I had like a weird meltdown with my drop caps. For some reason, one of my drop caps didn't work right. I had to like there's one of the scenes or one of the chapters starts with a quote with dialogue, and I literally just had to drop the dialogue tag in the front of it. I figured that everybody will figure it out and just assume it's a typo or something, and it was like, I can't keep fighting this. So it was trying to make the whole thing like 6 lines tall. The apostrophe or the quotation I. It wanted it to be way more gigantic than it needed to be. So, yeah, mess. Always a mess.
Yeah, seriously. Like this can be such a mess to do these kinds of things. Yeah, I'm not complaining right now, though.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But it is stressful.
It's all fine.
Oh, God.
So the weirdest thing about what I'm doing is because it's in InDesign, there are also all these little like glitches, right? So like in addition to the things I would have screwed up in Word, there's also stuff like InDesign tells me it can't find the graphics. And this is because I maybe moved them from one folder to the other. So they're in the book. Like if I print it like this, it'll be fine. But I will read it as if I have errors. Yeah. So I never know for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oof. What are you working on Verity this morning?
Yeah. I'm gonna be working on Verity until I get this damn draft done because the editing is gonna be a little rougher on this. So I need to get it done, and then I'm gonna take a short break to do some outlining for the Nano project, and then I'm gonna go back and do that first edit on it and hopefully have it ready by sometime in December. Like I have absolutely no plans. I'm probably going to do a pre-order like a week before it goes live. If I even do that, I might literally just drop it and be like, here, go get it now.
I've been trying to decide if I should do a pre-order for any of mine. I think I'll do one for this book, that the Mortal Inheritance, but the infertility memoir, I don't think I have time. I think I might just like throw it out there and just
fair surprise.
Yeah.
Act like you did it on purpose. It's cool. It's cool. I just thought you guys would like this to just magically appear for you.
I mean, I think that's fair. I feel like if you're doing something like this, like probably most people don't I mean, my most likely target audience to begin with is my like Facebook friends, right? So
Right.
they can grab that anytime they want. It's it's gonna. This is an interesting thing, you know. Like I would really love to be one of those authors who can launch with like a ton of reviews and people who would pick up your book immediately. And I think that you might actually have that over the next year. Like you might acquire that to the extent that your launches, are going well. But it's such weird advice in the beginning because you don't have the audience, right? So like
Right.
because I have not been able to write the rest of my romance books, I don't think I would have that audience. And like for sure in YA, that's like an impossibility way early on. And a memoir, like I don't know, my best chance is my Facebook family members. So
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know, I think it's a very interesting thing for thinking about launch strategies, right? Like would it be helpful for me right now to do something like advanced readers? I don't know, because even if I have advanced readers, it's not like those people are going to go buy the book. So does it really matter? You know what I'm
And
saying?
you're not planning on putting this into Kindle Unlimited, right?
So I am thinking about doing Kindle Unlimited for the first 3 months. But you know what? You've got a really good point. It might not matter. Like
Well,
it
no, no,
could be.
no. I was going to say, if you are putting it in Kindle Unlimited, then you will need to get ARC readers in advance because you won't be able to do a lot of the conventional ways of getting ARC readers after
Oh
it's there
yeah.
because of policies.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not totally true. Like stuff like Book Sirens is considered like professional reviewers and such. So you're sort of allowed to keep giving those people.
Some of them you are, but others you're not, and especially because it is this is going to be something completely different for you. You probably are going to need that like wider scope of
Well, that's probably the more important point, right? Like I think Kindle Unlimited, like again, your launch on Kindle Unlimited would like it would make a difference if you have 50 people who are going to download your book in the first month, right? But if you don't, or you're not sure, then it kind of seems to me like you might as well just sort of like build that up gradually. Like I don't think I can expect. I think this is going to have to be like a slow burn, not
yeah.
which sucks, but hell.
That little Twitter group that I'm in, they're talking about launch strategies right now. And honestly, I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, is any of this necessary? Like, does any of this actually help you in the long run? I feel like it's just a way to like stroke your ego by saying I've sold this many books on its release. But are those sales that you wouldn't have made if you didn't do this, if you didn't have that whole epic whatever of months in advance planning this? Did you actually need to do that, or could you just have done like regular marketing and gotten there anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this until Brian Cohen made us stock our numbers, but the books that you sell on pre-order, that sale does not enter into your rank. It's not put into your rank when the book is released. It's calculated into your rank when the book is still in pre-order. So you don't even get like a rank boost on your first day from those pre-orders. And for me, when I'm like selling a single book a day in pre-order, if I'm even doing that like single sale doesn't it puts me at like 300,000, whereas if I had 15 sales on my first day, then I feel like that would actually have not a gigantic impact, but certainly would put me in the like 20,000 range or whatever. So, and then potentially, depending on what categories it's in, like put me high in those categories.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think the advertising thing has changed everything about how I think about launches too, because,
It
right?
really does.
Because you realize that actually, like, you know, is it that important that your book ends up at the top of a search page for like a week? Probably not. More on this after we write more.
Oh, I was going to let you finish your thought, but since you did that, yes, we're going to write. We're going to do
Okay.
another 15. It is 32 past, so we are going to go to 47. Good luck, everybody. All right. I got about 300 that time, but I had to get a potty break and compliment my cat on cleaning himself because he's been bad while I was gone. Yes, you're gross. He had to get a bath yesterday.
Oh, that's funny.
They work well when I'm gone for an extended period of time.
Oh, poor babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's cleaning
very.
himself. I'm so proud of him. Oh, he's such a potato, though. Look at him. All right, we don't need to see that. Okay.
I think he's cute, personally.
He's adorable. I love him. He's a monster. How did you do, Sandy? Did you get some progress done?
Yes, I wanted to get through that particular scene and I got slowed down like counting appointments and like looking at timelines, but I had to do that. So it was still work. Yeah.
So I have a question for Natalia. I saw this last time and then we got distracted. I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about last time, but that's okay. What is a morning manifestation? And what is an intention/success journal? Is that just like you're keeping progress on what you're doing and updating as you go? And I just don't know what a morning manifestation is. So let us know in comments.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We were talking about how much of a pain it is formatting. Yeah. You know what else? The funny thing with formatting is there are some things that I'm like, I just don't care about this. Like that quote was one of them, but also, I just realized something. So what I was about to say, and I'm still going to say, is another thing is with quotes, I don't have it in me anymore to worry about whether they're smart quotes or stupid quotes, dumb quotes, whatever they're called. I just don't like, I don't care if you look at my book and you're like, why do these quotes keep shifting their format? I don't care. But now I'm wondering if that had something to do with why that drop cap failed so spectacularly.
The quote?
I wonder if drop cap in Word works perfectly fine for a smart quote, but not for a dumb quote, or vice versa.
I mean, possibly.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Something to think about if I come across it next time.
Maybe. I love your coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
I very much. Is that a My Little Pony cup? It has to be.
It is. It's Pinkie Pie. It was a gift from Chris and his boyfriend at the time.
Oh, that's hysterical and awesome.
Yeah. Pinkie Pie. I feel like with the My Little Ponies, with the current generation of them, everybody has their like favorite that they identify with, but I identify with like half of them at least. So I very much identify with Pinkie Pie, but I identify with other ones as well. So I don't have a favorite one.
Oh, that's very funny. That is my favorite funny glasses are the Shrek McDonald's glasses that I have, and I there were 4 and I only have 3 of the 4, and this has always like really bothered me.
Was it something you're like you got one a week or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. And at the time I was not, so committed to having these glasses, but now I love them enough that I feel like I should have them all.
You could probably find it on eBay.
As we're talking and as I'm like feeling jealousy over your cup, I actually am looking at this right this second.
Nice.
Maybe I really desperately need this, and I just didn't know it before. That is a possibility.
So just mentioning eBay, I ordered a book while I was on vacation. It was a book that I had years ago. It's a craft book. I had this thing years ago and I was like, you know what? I wonder if that thing is still around, if I can get it. And on Amazon, it was like $20 or something like that. And I was like, let me poke around. I found it on eBay. It was like $5 for like a gently used copy of it. And I was like, yes, absolutely. Um, I get home yesterday and there's a package for me. I've completely forgotten about it by this point. And Ken hands it to me and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I start to open it and then I'm like, oh, that book that I ordered, but I didn't realize this was going to be a hardback copy of it.
Okay.
Um, I didn't know this came in a hardback, but when I had this book, it was something that I had gotten from the library. So like maybe it was just a different edition. I don't know. So
Okay.
I pull this book out. Again, it's supposed to be a craft book. It's supposed to be like a little quilting book. And it's a Whole30 cookbook. They sent me the wrong thing. And it's Goodwill's. Like Goodwill sells stuff on eBay. It was from them. And I'm like, really? Like, you guys fucked this up. What the hell? So I contacted them last night and I haven't heard back because I don't want to leave them a nasty gram review. I just want the correct book. Um, and I hope
That's
they don't
fine.
expect me to return this. And if they do, I hope they're okay with me just driving it up to the Goodwill because I'm not mailing this piece of shit book back. It's a hardcover. It's going to be so expensive to mail anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Like, I want
That's
this damn book. I don't want a refund. I want what I ordered. And it's funny because I feel like I've only twice ordered a book on eBay, and both times they failed. And I usually do pretty well with eBay. But the other one was the book that I got for our big holiday party. It was going to be, it's the book for My Dad Wrote a Porno. The actual, like, they put out a book. It's not the book that it's based off of. It's My Dad Wrote a Porno, the book. And I got it for my white elephant gift. And it never arrived. I got a refund, but I was like, this was, I waited months for this. I ordered it in like October. And then by the time they were like, I guess it's just never going to get there. And we're just going to give you a refund because we don't have another copy of it. It was too late for me to get anything cool.
I appreciate the extent to which you oh my god, where'd that thought go?
It's okay.
Seriously, that was total pregnancy brain. I was thinking a thing about books and eBay and the extent to which you would go to like find a particular book, and I just totally lost that thought.
I mean, that's
Oh
fair.
man,
I feel like
weird
everything you
stuff
just
is happening.
said it makes that thought what it is.
Maybe it was a more complete thought before.
Okay.
That's real weird.
It's okay because we're going into a sprint. So if you want, you can think
Not
about
be
it
confident for a few
then.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually got this sprint on time this time. Oh no, never mind. And the clock ticked over. Never mind. So it is 4 of the hour. So we are going to write until 11 past. We'll see you guys then.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. All right.
I can't do that math. Let's see. I was at about 700, 800, 900,000. I did about 350 there. Kind of cut the difference between the first two.
And I am still working on the same chapter, but I'm making progress, so I feel good about it.
Now, this edit, was it just a proofread or was it more extensive than that?
No, this is a revision. It's like a legit revision. So I'm probably using the word editing, but I'm gonna have to go back and do like the actual editing after this.
You sent this to an editor. What did the editor do?
Oh, I'm talking about two different projects. Okay, so
you're on a different project today.
Yes, the Mortal Inheritance book 2, that was pure editing. Like I'd already done a ton of revisions and I sent it to the editor for like a professional beta read. But he came back with very few like major comments. Like I asked him to look for times when things were, like confusing or there were like plot holes or whatever. And he didn't actually find, I don't know. I mean, there's probably some in there, but apparently there's nothing glaring. So this is good because I'd had other beta readers look at it. So hopefully one of them would have looked at something. Although who knows, a bunch of my beta readers never finish stuff. You are my best beta reader, but I don't feel like I should waste your time with like a project where I'm feeling like it's probably not going to sell very well.
As long as you get it to like, if you get it to like the final phase and you want to send it to me for like a beta and also just like a proofread, absolutely do. I certainly can't spend 24 hours a day working on writing. I need breaks. I'm still reading. I'm reading more than ever, and I can absolutely proofread for you. I mean, my shitty method of proofreading where I just highlight and screenshot and send it to you. Like it's not any effort for me to do it. Feel free to do that.
So I think you are so much more likely to find like continuity errors and like things where I would have to actually fix stuff. I'm gonna say this is probably not the right project.
The offer is on the table. If you pick it up, if you don't, I'm okay with that.
I appreciate that. These books are also so long, right? Like this is going to be what did I count it as? It's like 500 pages or something like that.
How many words is it? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's right, but it's like I could write 2 Angel books in that amount of time, right? That might actually sell. They take a bazillion times less to write, but I feel like it's important to finish this project. Like I think it's good for me to do this, and that even if the series is never rated highly, even if I'm boring my readers to death or like nobody makes it to book 4 or whatever, I still feel like I need that. I don't know. I mean, this was always supposed to be an experiment, right? Yeah. So I needed to learn how to make the books look good.
We also, neither of us yet have finished a complete series. Like we've both gotten really close. We both have series where like I also tend to do the 4-book series, and I have 2 series that 3 of the 4 books are out. I'm working on the 4th for both of those. You also have a series that you've got 3 of 4 out. And then you've got this one. And the thing is that means that neither of us yet have actually gone through what it's like to have a complete series out yet. And I've heard plenty of authors say that was when things opened up. So
yeah, I mean, who knows,
so
right?
It could be something where when you finish it, you do actually get somewhere with it. It's a long road ahead to get there, but it might.
I mean, I very seriously
your Chicklet one. That could be something where like once you put that in the box set, people start picking it up.
Yeah, it's possible. I think I'm more likely to do better with full-length novels with that like particular pen name. And I mean the Angel series too. I've got 2 books out right now. I can sometimes get some sales, but like what romance reader wants to read 2 books that were published in, 2019 where like the series has never been completed and where like
Right.
most likely to complain about a cliffhanger. You know, like I I just I think that there's a lot to be said for coming to grips with your reality as a writer, right? Like for knowing what you are able to do with your books and what you're not able to do with your books and what could limit you. And I mean, even like the Mortal Inheritance series, this book, I think I don't it's not written to YA standards. It's not gonna feel YA. It's gonna feel like juvenile fantasy kind of, I don't know, sort of juvenile fantasy, less adult fantasy, not so gritty fantasy, something like that. And
Right.
so I'm not, I mean, I had no idea where to put this in the market. And I just feel like I need to accept that, like, because of that, a YA reader is going to hate the book. So I'm not even sure I want ARC readers. Like, I'm for sure not going to be putting it on NetGalley or something because people will hate this book.
Right.
They'll despise it. Even my beta readers who liked like the first book, they don't like this book because the protagonist just doesn't have enough sword wielding moments. She has to live in the real world where she has parents and restrictions. God,
I
that sucks.
Stuff like that infuriates me. Like I want my character. This is funny. This is something that came up yesterday as well. Oh, in the conversation about memoirs. And about like reality and how it affects the actual story. So I've been on that adventure of reading alien romance, trying to find alien romance that I like. And I
Yeah.
finally found two that I liked. And both of them, like one of them, I picked up because the reviews were decent for it. But like the first really negative review was somebody complaining that the main character, like, spit at people too much and was generally a nuisance too much and was just being like really shitty and immature about the whole thing. But the whole thing was her being abducted and then like being imprisoned, and basically every time anybody visited her in her cell, she was like, you know, spitting and throwing things at them and being generally shitty. And I was like, this is absolutely how I would be. I want to know this antagonist or this protagonist better, and I love the story because of it.
Yeah.
So you're getting those complaints. Well, there's not enough sword fighting in it, and there's too much like dealing with real shit. And maybe you just need to find the readers who want that in their
I
fantasy.
do. But where do you find those
I have
readers?
no idea.
So this is the problem, is I think there probably are readers out there who would like this, but they're not the YA audience. So like,
Mm.
given that I've written a book that doesn't fit into adult sci-fi or adult fantasy or middle grade, like I'm just, this is,
It's also that issue of how that market changes.
oh
Like
sure, yeah.
there's it's so hard to like, I feel like the market gets all consumed by a specific thing and then nothing else can get through because of it.
Yeah, I think for me, this is the series where I've got to finish it. And it's not even like 3 books. It's like way longer than 3 books. I've got so much story in mind, but like I think it's going to be the one that becomes my backlist, and that later, like, I will have to go back and write something that like is YA, right? Like I'll have to
Yeah,
like I will essentially have to start over with an entirely new
a
series to try to
magnet.
get,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Well, maybe not a magnet, but like, because in YA newsletters don't work, right? But
Well, magnet in the sense that it's going to be something that brings people in and eventually,
yeah,
hopefully, gets them to switch
yeah,
over to
right,
try,
exactly.
try this one, this more experimental one out because they like the more traditional one so much that they're like, maybe let's see this other weirder project of hers.
Yeah, like I will feel good if this series is a cult favorite later on.
Right. All right, let's do this last sprint and then we'll call it a morning. We're gonna do this one more 15. It is 21 past the hour, so we're gonna take it until 36, and then we'll say our farewells for the day. Good luck, everybody. Okay. So that was about another 300 for me. So I got 1,300 for this session, and I'm feeling okay about that.
And I got revisions done. I got some revisions done.
Yay!
We'll take that.
Did you get a chapter's worth of revisions done? Is there
No, but like these are complex enough that for the memoir, I like a chapter a day, I think is actually kind of a good goal.
Okay.
The chapters are long. They're like 4,000 word chapters.
Yeah. So that's a good goal. Yeah.
They're 4,000 word chapters with like references.
Right.
And stuff. So
it's a little bit more complicated, or just a different process entirely from editing a novel.
Honestly, it really is. Yeah. I'd be surprised. Like, it's much easier for me to edit a chapter in my fantasy novels than it is to edit a chapter in a memoir, because I'm worried about clarity and I'm using technical terms, and so it's easy to mess that up.
Right. It's not the narrative so much, but the information that you got to worry about.
Yes, exactly. Anyways.
And Natalia got 217, so good job there.
Yay. Yeah. Good work, Natalia. So are you going to keep writing today?
I am. I'm going to take a break and get some stuff done and wash my hair, because I don't think what I was using at my parents' place was actually shampoo. So my hair's doing weird things. So I'm excited for that. I know things are real weird at my parents. I don't know. So yeah, and I got to do like just general cleaning. You know, like I'm really bad. I always tell myself to clean before I go on vacation, so I come back to a clean room, and then I'm always like, oh, I don't have time because I waited until 2 hours before I need to go to the airport to pack. So I got to do that. Got some just like little errands to do, and then I'm going to be writing, and I'm hoping to get 5,000 today, which I'm at 1,300. So I have a good start.
Good.
Yeah.
So this is your second week of being a full-time writer, but it's sort of your first week at home.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that that's going to make a difference, because I was not nearly as productive as I wanted to be.
I think it will. I think you'll be surprised at what a big difference it might make.
Yes.
So it'll all be fine.
Yeah.
I'm also going to keep writing today and try to be productive. So hopefully we are both pretty productive.
Yeah.
Over the next couple of hours.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, writer's block is doing something, right?
Yes. Yes, she's doing her stuff on Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 to 12. So those of you who are watching, I will not be here tomorrow morning, but Natalia will be doing her thing at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm going to go ahead and do a Thursday show this week. Again, I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. We're going to see how it goes, but I'm going to do a show on Thursday, and I'm going to do a show on Friday. So we've got 2 more morning shows this week.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's everything for today, right?
Yeah. I always feel good about doing these. I feel like I actually get like a decent amount of work done.
Yeah. And it's a good way to start the day. I don't know. I feel like theoretically, obviously, practically, it did not happen last week, but theoretically, I feel like it'll get me to go throughout the week or throughout the day.
This actually does help me. I've been
good.
Yeah, I know, right? Like wow, I'm actually being like really productive. I was exhausted at the end of last week, but
so that's kind of what also being pregnant is.
Yeah,
and just like having a job.
True. All of these things are true. Yes. But I don't know. You know, like you like to think that you can do whatever without being affected, but not so much always.
No, I would just rather be exhausted by this than by, slave labor. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd rather be exhausted by something I want to do than by something that I have to do to pay the bills. And hopefully this will pay the bills, so I don't have to go to that.
That's right.
We'll see. So anyways, that's our show for today. And yeah, we're going to aim for this hour and a half on the shows and see how we do on that. We'll obviously be a little bit more flexible than we are on our night show. But yeah, you guys all have a good day. We're going to sign out.
All right. Thanks for doing this morning, Chloe.
All right, bye.
Bye.
And broadcast.